to be able to just travel is a blessing. So the London fits are going to be at, I was supposed to have an order for this month, for the month of December. And I was out internationally and I wasn't home in time to place an order. So I don't know if it's going to be back ordered or what. So I don't know, but I feel like I'm going to London. It's still going to be cold. So yeah. Maybe these. When are you going to London and what for? I'm not sure yet the exact day, but I'm just gonna go explore again. I have a friend who lives in London, and that's really cool. It's very nice to have a friend who lives somewhere else so far away that's so different, because it's like, not only do I get to see her, which I really like, just, oh my God, her personality is the best. Like, it's so rare nowadays to find a female who is very centered and grounded and not competitive and open. And I'm not even like trying to down females. I just feel like content creation world can be so toxic. And when you find other women who are genuinely in support of other women who just want to see you succeed and they ask for nothing in return, literally they just enjoy your company, your friendship. It's just so refreshing to meet somebody in our world, but they're just such a real person, because I'm just such a real person. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not in this industry. And I think it's also because we have very similar upbringings. Like, we came from like humble beginnings, and I'm not saying that like money necessarily always sacrifices someone's integrity, but yeah, sometimes, more often than not, I find that people who grew up around a lot of wealth, opportunity, and stuff like that, they don't necessarily use it for the best or the overall good as they get older. And I feel like because we come from humble beginnings and we had to work our way up in this industry, I think that's why we're more open to being in support of other people and cheering other people on and wanting to see other people succeed, because you know that like, if your friends are successful, you're going to be successful. Everyone's going to succeed, you know? But I feel like a lot of people don't want the people close around them to succeed. And I've personally felt that so much in this industry. You use men that you know aren't wanted. Listen, I will say that I definitely have found that I do attract a lot of men who have autism. And I am extremely neurodivergent myself. I am definitely not on the typical, whatever it's called. I am extremely neurodivergent. And so it makes me really happy when people who do have autism, they feel safe around me, because I am such an extremely like understanding person. I understand people's like pattern recognition. I understand, how hard it can be sometimes for autistic people to get their idea across, or like if they say something, other people may think it's really blunt or rude, but the way that they see things in the world, it's so black and white. It's just like, it's the truth or it's not, you know, and they're going to speak up on it every time. And I think sometimes people don't like that, the truth. But I personally feel like when I speak with people who have autism, obviously there's a range of people who fall on the neurodivergent and autistic, you know, like diagnoses or whatever. But for the most part, it's usually people who are kind of maybe somewhere like lower end, maybe kind of to the middle. And I definitely feel like that's kind of where I fall, like, as far as being neurodivergent myself, is I'm extremely neurodivergent. So I don't know, I just feel like I have a special bond with people who have autism, because I think I just understand the way that their brain works. And I feel like it's really hard for people who are autistic to date. Sometimes I feel like that's why they have like a whole TV show on Netflix dedicated to it. And yeah, I don't know, some of my closest friends have autism, and I don't know, I just feel like I understand them, probably because I am autistic myself. Like, I need to go get a test done, but I'm pretty sure I fall somewhere I mean, I already know I'm neurodivergent. I have other diagnoses that put me, and I plus I just know. But I don't know. And also, I find that a lot of autistic men are attracted to bigger women. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a sensory thing. I don't know if it's sometimes they say like people who have anxiety and stuff like that, like weighted blankets, and maybe it's the pressure or something. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's biological or something. But I really don't mind it. I really prefer to communicate with people who are autistic because I just love how honest they are and how their mind works in comparison to other people who are just trying to lie and use you. And, you know, it's like, I love how like the person in the comment section was trying to villainize me, saying you use men. And it's like, have you ever stopped to think about the way that I've been treated though? Why is it that I'm using people when I'm putting myself out here as a plus size woman and my whole brand is about embracing your size? You know, society is extremely harsh on people who look different, who are different looking, and being plus size or being tall or being a little bit more melanated or being just, I don't know, anything that can make you different, you know, like I feel like it's hard to feel like society accepts you sometimes. And I don't want other people to feel that way. I want people to feel accepted and loved. And I feel like on Earth, you have two choices and routes you can go, right? You can either try to spread positivity, be a happy person, try to make people smile, make them feel better, or you can try to hurt people, you know? And there are people out there who want to hurt people. They do. I mean, look at any comment section. There are angry people who are hurting and they want to hurt people. And then there's people who just, you know, are able to, I don't know, alchemize the hate, I suppose, and regurgitate it back as positivity into the world. I don't know. I would say one of my favorite interests as a neurodivergent woman is femininity, is beauty trends, anything that makes a woman feel womanly. I love. I've always been super interested in it. I started doing my makeup when I was like 5 years old, and then by the time I was literally like 12 years old, I was already wearing fake eyelashes before it was even a thing, before Amazon picked it up, before it was trending, before everyone and their mother were using, you know, a fake eyelash as their daily routine. Back in the day, it was not a thing. Like you would go to the store and they would have one little tiny pair of eyelashes all the way in the back. You'd get lucky if they're in stock. And I was 12 years old buying them, and I didn't even know how to glue them on, honestly. Half the time they were like half on, half off. But I was always that girl. I was just fixated on anything that would make me feel more beautiful. I don't know, I was always just chasing beauty. It was such a prevalent topic in my household. It was always I always had like pressure placed on me to be thinner, you know, more beautiful, like more elegant, more articulate, more intelligent. Like I just always had that pressure to be as perfect as possible. And so I was just like an overachiever. And I've always, especially when it comes to looks, I don't know, it's one of my favorite things. I love spending time on my hair and my makeup. And I know that like for the average person, spending 2 hours is not realistic. But for me, that's my routine. And it's part of that special interest.